Oh my gosh. I just had another revelation, y'all. Please don't mind me. Okay, I got I gotta table that. I gotta table that. I gotta table that. But we sat there like we was on this path together, I thought. So when we read each other's chart, I read it out loud. I read both of our charts aloud, and then I was sitting there like comparing. Oh, okay, with this, that, and the third, and everything that I was in her chart, she wasn't. My chart specifically said that I would leave you. I'm not a cheater. I would leave you before I cheat on you, that's me. On the other hand, she was not. She was the opposite. And that's how it was when I read our charts. I didn't care though. That's who she was. I did not care. I didn't judge her no type of way. But I never judged any of my friends that did whatever they did. And I expected them to treat me the same way. I didn't feel like I was any less than or any better than them by the things that they did or by the things that I did. Now, if you ask my opinion, I gave it. And as a friend, I thought that's what we were supposed to do, but I didn't get that they were different. They didn't have the same foundation. They didn't have the same makeup that I did. And I didn't know back then that that was being unevenly spiritually yoked. And I didn't know that that could end in my demise by being around people who are not spiritually yoked. So if you are around people that don't think like you, that don't feel like you, that don't have a heart like you, then you are literally around the enemy, your spiritual enemy. They may not have the makeup of an enemy because they may be your lover, they may be your family, they may be a friend, but spiritually. And it's not to say that you are higher up than them, it's not to say that you are better than them, it's just that you have a different purpose for your life. If you have been called to teach, you have to teach and move on because people have caps. I have a cap. I do. God is not going to give us no more than we can bear. And so there are some things that I don't need to know. And He's keeping me in the dark. She's keeping me in the dark. My ancestors are protecting me all around. So I don't know. And I don't know what it is. You know, I'm trying to heal trauma. And I know trauma is attached to an event, something that has happened. And I feel like they're protecting me from it right now. And I don't know why. But I want to know. And so I do appreciate the protection. I want to know why. But maybe the Most High already knows that I still have a little bit more time to grow before I can handle what they already know. Okay? And I find peace in that. So when my mind gets to like trying to figure it out, I pause. And that thought comes to me. Because I have peace that doesn't just come from understanding that I am not always in control. I have peace knowing, feeling, and trusting in the fact that when it does, that I, me, will have the power because God is within me and never leaves me, and my angels and my spiritual guides are around me. I am never alone. Even if I stand before my enemy alone, they don't see what I see. But they will definitely feel it. So I have peace on so many different levels. And even when that fear was trying to rise up in me yesterday, and I felt it, but it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine because I'm not sitting here fearful now. I am the same person I was yesterday, just with a different perception. And I'm allowing myself time to heal. My trauma wasn't uncovered. And so even though I was expecting, to wake up today and be like, boom, it didn't happen that way. And I'm okay with that. Because again, you're talking about someone, I started smoking at 30, y'all. And it was nonstop. I smoked every day, all day, throughout the day. Wake and bake, cook and shake. I did. And that was a lot of years. And I can go all day without smoking, but then I'll get this sudden urge. That's what it feels like. Internally. And then you'll get the thought. You'll feel the urge first. Understand that, okay? You'll feel the urge. You'll feel your body wanting to do it. And then, so that's like, well, that's the truth. I'm in my head, I'm saying, well, that's like it actually, to be honest, it was my 15-year-old self was, with her sassy self. She's like, well, what she say? I just lost it. Hold on. She was like, well, that's like, the demons attacking your auric field, your body first, and it is. Because you'll get the urge first. You'll get the urge. And the thing about it is when you resist the urge, it's kind of like sleepwalking awake. That's how I feel. When you resist the urge, then you get the thoughts. And then the thoughts come, go ahead, do it. Or the justifications come, that's a justification, okay? But then when you do it, you feel guilty. And that's what they want you to feel because they're feeding off that guilt. They're feeding off all that low level energy crap. Shame, guilt, depression, they're feeling all that. So I never stay long in the guilt because I know I'm going through a process. That's why you have to trust your process. Trust your process. It will come. Keep healing yourself. And whatever trauma you are trying to heal that's attached to any addiction, trust me, it will be healed. It will be. I will be living proof of that. I know it. I can speak that right now. On this day, it is what? March the 14th? Let me see. Let me just check. Yep, March the 14th, and it's 9:38 a.m. in the a.m. I know I am going to be healed because I don't want to do it. And I didn't do it for 30 years. I remember specifically. Yeah, I did drink, wine, and there was always a bottle of, throughout the years, there was always a bottle in there. Especially, as I became an adult. But I was buying, we had wine. Who did we get to buy wine for when I moved into my apartment? When me and my homegirl at the time moved in. Don't you jump up here. Don't you do it. Moved up into our own apartment at 19 because we sure did have like wine coolers and stuff. I don't know. We had somebody get it. I don't know. It was an adult. But we had our own apartment. You can have your own apartment, but you can't drink alcohol. That makes no sense, right? It really doesn't. But I do get why and understand a little bit, but because alcohol is a big responsibility. And some 18-year-olds may not be emotionally and mentally ready to handle it. given the high rates of car related deaths amongst teenagers. So I get it. I do. Makes no sense, but I get it. Not everything is going to make sense, and I get that part too. Duality in this plane is just a mess, right? It's a beautiful mess, though. So give yourself some time to breathe. Give yourself some breathing room. You don't know what you don't know until you realize you don't know it, right? So how can we, I'm going to put myself in there, how can we hold ourselves accountable for stuff that we don't know, that we should know, that we didn't know we needed to know? How? That makes no sense for us to be punishing ourselves. I've never been through any addiction, and I don't know what type of addiction you guys are going through, okay? I don't. But it's still the same thing. It still has the basis of a spiritual battle. It still has the basis of a trauma. So even if you like, oh, you just talking about weed, you just talking about eating, you just talking about, don't worry about what my addictions are. Apply what I'm telling you and what I'm saying to you I'm experiencing, and see if you are experiencing the same things. See if you're feeling that urge. Start paying attention to your insides. Start paying attention to your actions. Listen, I watched myself get up out of a sleep. Okay? Listen to what I'm telling you. I watched myself get up out of a sleep and walk to the garage. And this is not now. This was like, I'll say about 6 months ago. And I'm like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing this? I was just in a sleep. What happened? What happened between me being asleep? This is not me just being sitting here and bored and up and I just want to eat something. No, this was me in a sleep, y'all. And I would get up, sit straight up, put on my house coat, and go to the garage. Come back, smoke, and lay back down again. I watched myself do this. And I said, okay. I wrote about it. I talked to God about it. Okay. I don't know what this about, but it was after a couple of times that I've done it. So I do know what it's like to not feel in control and not be in alignment because you want to do something, but yet you're feeling these urges and your thoughts are going somewhere. No, it's somebody feeding you thoughts, y'all. This place is very diabolical. We are definitely being controlled. You may not want to hear that, but we are definitely being controlled. But it's on a spiritual level. And it's from those that are in power, okay? It's not always necessarily those that are around you. They are puppets as well, especially if they are not awakened to the spiritual realm and how to navigate and what's going on internally and with their thoughts and with their mind. Now, some came here they came here to destroy. Let's just be honest. They came here to destroy the foundation that God wants: unity, family, gender, specifics. It really is, though. You have to ask yourself, why are they trying to obliterate the one man, the womb man? And this is no shade to any other sect, but it seems like they want to demonize the real woman and glorify the transgenders. And I don't understand that at all. But I understand why. To a certain level, though. Why? Why? Why destroy the womb man and glorify a transgender woman? Things that make you say, I don't know. Do anybody have an answer or a hypothesis or a conclusion or a guess or an assumption? I am really curious as to what you guys may think. I'm curious. So focus on healing your trauma and give yourself some slack. And so now that I've smoked this morning, I am making a vow to you guys. Actually, I made the vow to myself, but to put a stamp on it and to hold myself accountable, I'm asking you guys to hold me accountable. Energetically, you will, because I'm putting the energy out there. Even if you don't watch this video 5 months from now, I thank you already in advance for helping me, because I am calling on you guys to help me. I am calling on my spiritual family right now to help me. I am putting an energetic call out there for you guys, and I will in turn do the same. So I'm not asking for energy from anyone who is struggling like me, but I'm asking for those who have an abundance of it right now. Just send a little bit my way. Just sprinkle it my way. Because today I'm going to fight. I got up and it wasn't a lie, but it was enough to take the edge off, as some people would say. But remember again, I am only living out the energy that I put out there. And so to me, I don't know what crack feels like, but I put that out there, and this is kind of what it makes me feel like. That's my perspective. But no matter what it is, I don't care if you're shopping a lot. It doesn't necessarily have to be abusing drugs or alcohol. It could be something else. It could be sex. When you feel her tingling and when you feel him tingling, fight it. I'm fighting. I'm going to fight today. And I'm going to enjoy this fight. But I had to hold myself accountable, and I've been trying to hold myself accountable by myself. And I'm like, well, God, you haven't sent nobody to me. You haven't sent nobody to me. And he was like, everybody's energy. So I put it out there. I need a little help. I'm not just fighting one demon. And I thank you in advance, because I know my help is already here. You know why I feel it's already here? And I know. Because the devil wouldn't showed up knocking on my door if I wasn't so close. And so this may be the last video for a while. And I don't know what a while means. It could be 3 days, it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 3. I don't know. But now that I know something, it's time to adjust. 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 And that way, when I come back, I'll be able to tell y'all. I can read it for y'all, because I'm going to write it. And I may periodically do videos. But I think I'm going to post all these videos up to today. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take a little break. But I don't even know when I'm going to post this video. Hey, I'm just thinking in my head. Thank God I'm not dead. I'm just thinking in my head. Thank God I'm not dead. I'm just thinking in my head. Thank God I'm not dead. I'm just thinking in my head. Thank God I'm not dead. And I know I've said this in another video, but before I close out and give you guys salutations, know that by you giving of your energy to those that don't replenish you, that is a form of murder. They are killing you energetically, spiritually. And if they can get you spiritually, it's going to manifest in your body, and it's going to make you emotionally unbalanced. They are attacking you spiritually, is why you're feeling those things and are doing those things. But the people around you are being used as well. But I was trying to wake everybody up with me, but they're not ready to be woken up. They have to go their own path. But even me, like I'm like, we family, so let me ask for potato. And I do. And so the other day, I gave him back. He was like, oh, you ain't got to give him back. And I said, well, if you ever just need some potatoes, just let me know, because I bought a bag. I've never seen him buy two before. And that's when I walked in on the table. And it was like, I don't need your potatoes. That's how I looked. That was the energy that it gave. So I'm still trying to build a unity with people that still want to keep me separate from them. That is the lesson that I learned this morning when I walked into the kitchen. Hey, baby. So I'm still learning that, okay. And I've spoken those words before, that they don't treat me like family, but I figured that if I say, okay, well, why don't you do this like I did for you? And I got the same exact response from everybody. Out. Down. Down. Out the space. Down. Down, Cash. Down. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. I love you too. Cash, you cannot be jealous like that. Get down. Down. Lucky come and give me a kiss, and Cash like, listen. But I got the same response from everybody. Oh, I don't know. Or I just didn't think about it. And so, sufficient time has passed. And the behavior still hasn't changed. Actually, it just got a little bit more defiant, right? And so, how many more times am I going to keep saying, oh, that's just the way I am, before I change the way I am? Namaste, Ashe, Mazel Tov. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. You guys have become my family, because I pour out my heart to you guys, or I pour it out in my journal. There's no other place I go. There really isn't. I would love for me to be like, talk to people face to face. I love communing. But there isn't. So there's you guys. And so today I humbly come to you and letting you know that I know I say I'm teaching you guys, but you guys have been an outlet for me. You have been an outlet. And I so appreciate you. We will get through this together. I know, and I don't mind that, because I think I have 41 subscribers now, and I so appreciate you guys. And that equals 5, so that's change. And so there's change coming in your life too. There really is. There's change coming in you guys' life. And you're prepared for it, no matter what comes and no matter how it feels, you're prepared for it. I watched videos for so long without even commenting, because it was like I was shooketh. I was shook. It took a lot. But it wasn't far-fetched, because it made my life make sense. that's why it was like, even if I thought it was a lie, even if I thought it was not possible, my entire life is evident that it is. I asked God a question the other day. Why me? Why me? And the video I watched of Fran's show that had me bawling and crying, he answered that question, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had to watch it twice, and I may have to watch it again today. When you was raised like we were raised, and everybody not wanting to, don't get me wrong, I have a healthy dose of confidence. But I didn't know a lot of the things I was doing was because I was bred that way, and it was because lack of confidence, which sounds crazy. So I'm repairing that part. The needy part, the codependent part. Even though it is better for more than one person to do something, it is not okay to feel the need for them. So I love you guys. I definitely do. And I know we need each other, but not in a sense to make each other whole. We should already be whole, meaning we should already be in alignment. We should be working on ourselves to heal ourselves, to become a unit, a healed unit. So that way we don't take anything personal. So that way we are not dishing out our pain intentionally or unintentionally without accountability. We're not doing those things. We are aware. And we hold ourselves accountable before we point the finger and hold someone else accountable. We hold ourselves accountable for our own feelings, emotions, financial gain, strength, and everything. And for the longest time, I was looking outside of me. So I know God has me sitting here so I can find it within myself again, because we were all born with it. And I had it up until I was 30, when things started going crazy. It actually started at 25, where the physical manifestations started to come. Yeah. Anywho, my loves, I hope you guys are well. I send you peace of mind, love in your heart, and just a little bit more hope if you're lacking. Just a little bit. That's all we need is a mustard seed. Namaste, Ashe, Mazel Tov.